Hey everybody, this is Brittany here from Surfing Waves of Light. Thank you so much for your patience, as I know my videos have been a bit more sporadic. To fill you in, I went to California to visit some family I haven't seen in quite a few years. Saw a good friend from my Course in Miracles group through Tina Louise Spalding, my friend Carissa. Spent a couple days with her and then came back and I co-hosted a retreat with my aunt at a university in Pennsylvania, stayed 2 nights there, and then just saw the rest of my family that at home, did some cleaning and horseback riding and babysitting, and then totally crashed. So then I needed to sleep really hard. When I don't sleep, it's really hard for me to function. I think I lost a lot of sleep when I was younger. I never slept. My mom and dad will tell you from when I was a baby, I never slept. And then basically until I became a nurse, I never slept. And then nursing was the first thing that really tired me out, the rotating shifts and stuff. So anyway, one thing that my guidance has communicated to me is that I need my rest right now. And I've been going through this period of rest and grieving and transformation. And I really feel like the universe took a lot of my extra energy away because I needed to come down. I needed to regroup before going back out into the world. So my energy is actually picking up. I've been exercising more. I surf regularly, but I've been doing some other exercises. Greg has been motivating me to jump in the ocean. Most days when I was sleeping and needed to catch up and felt like I was going to get sick, I did not do that. But now that I'm feeling better, he woke me up today. I had a few nights where I was up till 5 a.m, read an entire book in 2 nights. So, just so you all know, just because I can channel, that doesn't mean that my life is perfect all the time. In fact, I think when you start channeling, when you start doing A Course in Miracles and work like this, things actually get a bit more hairy sometimes because you have the tools in your mind to adapt and glide and move through those challenges with the right thoughts, even though maybe at first, because we're always practicing, they're not. So I really wanted to make a video, wanted to let you guys know what was going on. I'm still making a video about my journey to channeling. That is en route. The other exciting thing I'm doing is I'm teaching a channeling class right now. I did not expect to do that. I didn't necessarily feel qualified to do that, but I had 3 friends reach out, and then a 4th friend reached out, and now I have 4 students in this little channeling class that I'm teaching. So I'm going to be doing more because they're being requested. So if you're interested in joining a channeling class, please let me know. It's been awesome, and it was one of those things where I've been trying for the past few years to do healing touch sessions and private channelings and mind training through Course in Miracles and Spotted, and this sort of came up. And it was definitely by inspiration / by request. And it turns out that everyone really enjoys what I'm doing. So I just wanted to mention that to you all because maybe you are right on the brink of connecting with your guides in a more conscious way. And maybe you just need a little guidance because and my guides will talk about this, I'm sure. The main message I've been getting is how important it is for everyone to connect to their own guidance. So when I was up till 5 a.m. for like 4 nights in a row, just reading, I didn't watch TV or listen to videos or anything. I just kind of sat. Although I did watch one video. I watched one video about some stuff that's going on in the world. I've been staying away from that. And I listened to it and I felt some sadness in my heart. And then I said, how can I be of service? What is my role here? Because I feel like when you're in your role, things really move easily and they come easy and it just flows because you're in that flow state. And what my guidance said is the best way that I can help right now is to get people connected to their guidance, plugged in. So channeling, this is just a word that I use for connecting to guidance. I happen to be a verbal channel, but many people are not verbal channels. I have a gift of speaking. Since I was a young kid, I've always spoke well in front of audiences. I did an impromptu eulogy at my grandmother's funeral because the priest didn't show up. I did the eulogy with my sister at my dad's funeral. I was the president of my high school. my grade school. I've been in leadership roles and speaking roles my whole life, even outside of this. So for me, verbal channeling is my method. But as a part of my channeling class, we go into finding out what is your way of getting messages. Sometimes it's through dreams. Sometimes it's through symbols, images. Some people hear things, some people feel things, some people know things. So channeling sometimes gets wrapped up into this one word of, oh, channeling is this verbal, but I did channeling my whole life and I didn't even know it. And at first it was through doodles and writing and just speaking in conversation. Spirit comes through all the time when I'm speaking in conversation. So you're all channels, and we all need to get plugged in, because when we have that guidance, when we have that connection to source, there is nothing that the world can throw at us that we won't know how to handle, because we'll have our guides leading us toward our freedom, toward peace of mind, away from suffering, away from the world, to be in the world but not of it. That is something that our guidance can help us do. Enjoy this world for all it has to offer, and release the suffering, the obligation, the guilt, fear, and shame. So just to let you know all about that, I'm going to channel for you now. Thanks for listening, and I really appreciate all your comments and your patience with me. I will get back. I love responding to comments. I've just been a little all over the place. So let's see what the guidance has to say. Also, I have this Starseed Oracle deck that my friend Jamie and I traded. She has one of my decks, and I put the cards out, and there's one right in front of me. So when we're done the channeling, we're going to see what card that is. And yeah, okay. Love you all so much. Greetings, dear beings. It is I, your main guide, your friend, your teacher, your love, Asante, Germain. I am here with you today to share my love for you, to share my deep and utter appreciation and gratitude for the journey that you have all taken on this planet at this time. Yes, we here on the energy side of things, in the non-physical, we are focused and concentrative on the beautiful journeys that you have all decided to embark on. We are of the utmost appreciation for those of you that took the energy of Vital Source and transformed it into a body so that you could be of an assistance to this transformation, to this shifting of the planet that is occurring now, every moment, every day, as you continue on in time, as you perceive it, into the future, into a better world, into a perception that creates from a more loving perspective than the one that you have been taught. Yes, we are often focused on our appreciation and gratitude for you all. And this is how we can share our love with you. This is how we can help you to create a better world. For your world is your perception. Your perception creates your world. And it is through the eyes of love and appreciation, forgiveness, and releasing of that shame and doubt and guilt you all hold, that you can come into the flow of life, that you can come into the freedom that is what we yearn for each and every one of you. That is what we look to guide you towards as we participate in the guidance process. Yes, you see that we here on the other side have our own roles to fill. We have our own jobs to handle, so to speak. And so part of our job at this time is looking at your life map, your contract, so to speak, that you wrote before you came into this existence, and then looking at the bigger picture, looking at how things are unfolding on your planet, and then giving you that good feeling, that go feeling, that knowing of which direction to go, of which step to take, and which step to wait, where to be patient, and where to push on. We are more intelligent and much quicker than any technology that exists on your planet. So if you can imagine the internet, you have a question about a topic, you go to Google and you type in the question, and bam, immediate multiple pages of resources appear. Well, imagine that we can do that and so much more in a blink of an eye, really outside of time, so even faster than time can even purvey or perceive. And so when you connect with us, you are really connecting with the most efficient technology that exists for guidance for you. You are connecting with a source that can do anything that any technology on your planet can do, and so much more. Our guidance can allow you to talk to animals, can allow you to feel into others' emotions, and more importantly, feel into your own emotions. You are all beings who have been raised in a society where your emotions were shoved down into your core, down into your pelvis, down into your back and lungs and shoulders and legs. And so wherever you are having a physical problem on your body, you can be sure that there is an emotion there that has been shoved down, trapped, and that energy is creating a symptom to let you know, hey, this is here. I am here. I am an energy. I am a thought system. I am a belief that is blocking you from transcending third dimensional consciousness. I am letting you know that you have work to do, and that this energy has been around for so long that it has turned physical. Yes, just like your body is an intelligent guidance system, that is what we are too. We work with your energy field. We work with your body. We work on the timing of when things shall physically present and when they shall stay in the unconscious, subconscious, and in the shadows. We work in your dreams. We are with you always. We are constantly looking at your situation, acknowledging where you are and where you're going and how we can best guide you. We are infinite intelligence. We are the perfect guidance that can exist in any way, shape, or form. So while many beings on this planet worship your technology, we want you to know that while technology is amazing and provides for different creative experiences on this plane, the highest technology that you can connect with is us. Us, we mean our guidance, your guidance. This being's guidance will be also your guidance in some instances, and in others it will not. And so you can always use other channels, other guides for when you have blind spots or sore spots or aspects of yourself that you have not yet connected with. And yet know that it is in this plugging in. Plug yourself into us. Create a relationship with us, just as you have with technology and Google, other people, boyfriends. Come to us. Spend time with us so that as the systems on your plane continue to break down, slowly but surely, we know many of you thought this would happen faster, but it has not, so be patient. As these systems begin to fall down, you have perfect guidance. You know exactly what to do. You are making decisions not from a place of ego, what you should do, what you're expected to do, what you're obligated to do. No, you are making decisions because you are making decisions from a place of centeredness, from a place of calm. We have requested this of this being. Can you sit for 5 minutes, or do a breathing exercise that calms you down and connects you with us and then make a decision on what job to take, on what groceries to buy, on what show to see. Even these simple day-to-day tasks can be allocated to our guidance. And just because you ask for our guidance too, that does not mean you have to listen. You don't have to follow our guidance. Just hear it. Hear it and acknowledge it and continue on with your life. Over time, you will see that our guidance will be helpful to you, but we do not expect you to answer at the first knock of spirit. No, we know that developing trust with us, with your guides, it takes time. And we live outside of time, so it matters not to us. This whole scenario of life on earth, it is already over and done with. And this is just the breaking down of the mind and building up of the trust in spirit that you are all planned for your life. You are all on this journey, no matter where you are in the levels of consciousness. You are all on this journey. And so we are here coming through this being and many others like her, so that there are plenty of channels so that you can learn to connect with us. For evil can do nothing when all beings are connected to their guidance. That is why they have worked so hard and spiritually traumatized you through religions and other belief systems, and have catered your mind to certain concepts via television shows and movies and other things. It takes a lot of effort to train a human mind, because the ego takes effort. Now, Holy Spirit, we do not take effort when we are able to be transcribed and integrated initially. But because of you having so much training towards the ego side, yes, there is some effort that comes. But what you will find is that as you make that effort to be more in tune with us, to be more aligned with us, to make more decisions with us, what we can do for you is allow the red carpet of life to roll out. We will roll life out for you, truly. This being has so many ideas. She has ideas about being an energy healer, and ideas about being a coach for different mind training methods, and ideas for all different things. And yet, when she finally accepted her task to teach channeling, we were able to roll out the red carpet for her. It is not that these other tasks are not important. Yes, they are. It's just that sometimes she pushes too hard with things. When the right opportunity presents itself, it will be easy. Does it take some work? Yes. But in general, there will be good feedback, there will be reciprocal feeling, and most importantly, it will bring so much joy. And when this being sits down to teach other beings how to connect to their own guidance, that brings her the utmost joy. And so even though she asks us the question of how she can be of service, we know she already knows this, although it takes time, it takes repetition for the mind to fully integrate these concepts. And even though she has been studying for many years, it matters not. She learns every day from listening to other beings' videos, to reading the Course in Miracles over and over and over again. This repetition is the effort you need at first. But once you put that effort in, we are here. We are guiding. We are telling her, it is a good time to make a video. It is not a good time to make a video. This is what shall be said, for we can see the bigger picture. And so today, when she sat down at this table, she did not know what we were going to ask her to talk about. And when she started speaking and did her opening of, hello, this is Brittany from Surfing Waves of Light, then we gave her ideas, and we had her transmit them with her eyes open as herself. For we are always there. It is just a matter of her listening, of her getting out of that ego mind and sharing from her heart and connecting with her heart, just as this is the mission for all of you. Finding ways to make your days filled with joy and heart-centered action. And when all beings on this planet do this, there is nothing that can be done that can be evil or dissuade beings into unloving situations. Because the voice of spirit is so gentle, is so loving, is so warm, that no matter how far off the path anyone goes, eventually, from the feeling of separation, they drift back into the arms of love. And that is what we are. We are your arms of love. We are here to hold you in love because that is what you deserve, because that is something that is not present on this planet. So outside of teaching channeling, really this being's job is to hold unconditionally loving space with us, for you and all beings, to go through this journey as is in their plan, to go through this journey as individuals, as experiencers of different aspects, not pushing anyone to make any specific decisions or side with her. No. Her job and all of your jobs is to hold unconditionally loving space for others. That is how you can be of service. That is how you can raise the vibration on this planet. And most importantly, dear beings, we ask you to please hold unconditionally loving space for yourself. What do you need? What do you need above bills, above grocery shopping, above children and mortgages and social events? What do you need? Take time with us in the quiet of the night or the morning. Take time with us and yourself. We are one, dear beings. When you start to get to know us, you realize we have been there all along. We are that quiet, loving voice, that inner self that this world has taught you to push down. And now, as the energies increase and the weather warms and all these things occur, you are delayering like an onion. You have put all these layers around yourself of unloving ideas. And as we pull each one back, you get to know yourself a little more and a little more and a little more until you come fully into completion, into loving awareness, into knowing and oneness, into a perception where you need no body because you are so integrated with the spirit side, with the knowing that you are an eternal being, that birth was not your beginning and death is not your end. It is just part of this game, the earth game that you all chose to play at this time. We love you very, very, very much. We remind you that our words that we use through this being, she is translating energy into words. So pay attention to our energy. The words are not as important as they hold different meanings, but pay attention to our energy and see what the energy of this channeling has inspired for you. We love you so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. All right. Hang on, my computer always shuts off. Okay. My foot is numb. They said all that there is to say. I'm just going to pull this card. I swear I didn't plan this. You got the love. Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. You got the love. I mean, I feel like that's what they were saying too, but I just love. So let's see. I don't know who the Hadarians are, but the Hadarians are believed to be beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love. I seriously can't make this stuff up. I freaking love it. Talking about technology and how infinite intelligence this stuff is. Okay, sorry. The Hadarians are believed to be beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love, who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaried, interdependent, healthy relationships because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. They're here to learn how to love while in a separate body, to learn to love self first, and then establish healthy relationships with others. To remember that the love they seek is already within them, that they truly do have the love all on their own. The message of this card is to review the ways you need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship in which you may be losing your sense of self. It's common for starseeds to dive deep into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at a soul level. Perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than you receive, or perhaps there's a certain volatility to it and you're always unsure where you stand. This card is assigned to do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements you've made, consciously or unconsciously. To acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you don't feel like it's safe to relax and just be you. To assess if there are any places of inadequacy that you've used a relationship to soothe or cover up. Starseed Soul Inquiry. Do you lose yourself in relationships? If so, how? How can you develop a deeper love for yourself? So amazing how this all works. You got the love. So if that message and card resonated with you, great. Love you all so much. I'll be back for another video soon. And yeah, have a blessed, beautiful day.